So it's my job to study all kinds of music. So I'm allowed to go into the studio and know what they're talking about, know what worlds they come from. So therefore I'm a student of music.
Whenever the legendary name Bruno Mars comes up, there's always a spark of excitement, especially from his numerous fans all over the world. Everything seemed to be going on fine with the legendary multi-talented musician until late 2010, when his sudden disappearance led to strange rumors on the internet. These rumors got fans crazy, wondering what exactly had happened to their star. Now, Bruno Mars has cleared the air. What did he reveal? Let's find out. Bruno Mars' sudden arrest and court appearance. If you were told that the legendary multi-talented singer once made a costly and unforgettable mistake early in his music career, you would find it difficult to believe. That mistake led to a pause in his music career after his arrest in late 2010. Why was the legendary musician arrested? What grave mistake did he commit that held the power to destroy all he had built up for years? And what did the legend have to say about his career-threatening experience? On September 19, 2010, the 38-year-old legend was arrested at the Hard Rock Casino, Las Vegas, for possession of 2.6 grams of cocaine. According to the arrest report obtained by TMZ, it stated that Hernandez, popularly known as Bruno Mars, entered a bathroom stall with a bag of a white, powdery substance. After he took what seemed like an unusually long time, the bathroom attendant alerted a security guard, who then confronted Hernandez as he exited the stall. According to the report, when he was asked to hand over any narcotics he might have had in his possession, he pulled out the bagged substance from his jeans pocket. After the substance tested positive as cocaine, he was then taken to a holding cell where an arresting officer questioned him. In the report, Hernandez asked for an audience with the police officer, where he reportedly admitted he had done a foolish thing and claimed that he had never used substances in the past. Bruno Mars made a brief appearance in a Las Vegas courtroom where he pleaded guilty to possession of cocaine. The judge agreed to his plea deal, and he was sentenced to 200 hours of community service, 12 months of probation, 8 hours of substance counseling, along with a fine of $2,000. According to his lawyer, the legend promised to stay out of trouble for a period of 12 months. In January 2012, the legend's cocaine possession charges were dismissed after his attorneys told a state court judge that he had completed community service and met the conditions of a plea deal reached a year earlier. Did the music legend ever open up about the mistake he made in his early career and the lessons he learned from it? Well, of course he did. The rumors that had circulated on the internet, driving his fans crazy, had to be addressed. On GQ magazine's April cover, the musician finally opened up about the lessons he learned from his arrest in 2010 after years of speculations. According to his words, he was young and wasn't in the right frame of mind when he did that. He further admitted his regrets, although he said that wasn't his first time using substances, just as he had confessed to the police. He revealed that he was really scared after his substance bust. According to him, being found with substances after he was given a #1 record was a dumb mistake. Bruno Mars also shared his conversation with the police during his arrest. He told them that it was his first time experimenting with substances. It got him intoxicated. It is an experience that he tries hard to forget every day. The lesson he learned from his arrest was that his dealing with substance, if not careful, could rob him of the career he slaved away for years. It was a wake-up call that inspired him to work harder. Aside from his arrest and unforgettable experience, Bruno Mars also faced some legal issues that threatened to affect his music career. Legal issues. On January 28, 2014, Bruno Mars and McCoy were accused of willful and intentional copyright infringement by Demetrius Orlandus Proctor. Proctor filed a lawsuit saying that he held the copyright for the McCoy and Mars track Billionaire. He also claimed that he owned the copyright to the song's music and lyrics since March 31, 2011. As evidence, he submitted a United States Copyright Office registration certificate issued in 2000 for Frisky Volume 1 to 30. Demetrius Orlandus Proctor sought the destruction of all copies of the recording and claimed exclusive rights to reproduce and distribute the song. However, the suit was dismissed on September 30, 2020. In 2015, Bruno Mars and Mark Ronson's Uptown Funk was cited for copyright infringement. The song was said to have similarities to Oops Upside Your Head by the Gap Band. Serbian singer Victoria also claimed that Uptown Funk infringed on one of her tracks, although she decided not to sue Bruno Mars and Ronson. In 2016, the electro-funk band Collage sued Ronson and Mars for copying their 1983 single Young Girls. The Sequence, a rap group, also claimed that it infringed on their 1979 single Funk You Up and sued a year later. Uptown Funk was also filed a lawsuit by La Strada Entertainment in 2017 due to similarities with More Bounce to the Ounce, 1980 by Zapp. The company sought damages and a jury trial to prevent Ronson from profiting. The Collage and Zapp lawsuits were dropped the following year, and any financial settlement is unknown. Another thing that threatened his music career was the huge debt he fell into due to gambling losses. In March 2024, Bruno Mars was reportedly $50 million in debt. However, MGM Resorts denied the allegations on March 18th when the senior vice president of public relations stated that Bruno Mars had no debt with MGM. Despite the legend's dark moments and several lawsuits against him, Bruno Mars has maintained a loyal fan base all over the world. With over 42 million followers on Instagram, the legendary musician is still making waves in the music world. But before the limelight, who is Bruno Mars, and how did he become so famous? Let's find out. Bruno Mars background. Bruno Mars, the multi-talented singer, songwriter, record producer, and writer, is popularly known for his catchy pop songs and successful career. The legendary musician, originally named Peter Jean Hernandez, was born on October 8, 1985, to Peter Hernandez and Bernadette San Pedro Bayo in Honolulu, Hawaii. His parents were entertainers. His father, a Latin percussionist, met his mother, a hula dancer, while they both performed in a show. His father gave him the name Bruno when he was 2 because he resembled the professional wrestler Bruno Sammartino. Bruno Mars's family exposed him to a diverse mix of musical genres, including rock and roll, reggae, hip-hop, and rhythm and blues. His parents inspired him as a young child. His Filipina mother was a singer and a dancer, while his father performed Little Richard's music. Bruno Mars also taught himself to play piano, guitar, bass, and percussion. As he grew up in the Waikiki neighborhood of Honolulu, he was known for his impersonation of Elvis Presley as a child. When Bruno Mars was 12, his parents got divorced. His father's businesses also failed, and this led to Bruno Mars, his brother, and his father living in the slums of Hawaii, sleeping in cars on rooftops, and then in Paradise Park, a former bird zoo where his father used to work. He also had to change schools and was bullied while growing up. Despite his rough background, Bruno Mars has achieved success in his career. How exactly did the young Latin musician make waves in the United States, gaining millions of fans? Let's keep going, as we will find out soon. Bruno Mars' rise to fame. Before Bruno Mars moved to Los Angeles in 2003 to pursue his music career, he was already building a career for himself in Hawaii. In 1990, he made an appearance in the Hawaiian tabloid shopper Midweek as Little Elvis, and also performed in the halftime show of the 1990 Aloha Bowl. The one thing that had an impact on his music career was his impersonation of Elvis Presley. Aside from that, he was also known in Hawaiian entertainment in high school, where he impersonated Michael Jackson for $75. After Bruno Mars graduated from high school, he moved to Los Angeles in 2003. He was taken aback by the poverty and miserable condition of Mansfield Avenue, where he lived. In an interview, Bruno Mars opened up about his move to Los Angeles to start his music career. According to him, he never had problems paying rent while working as a musician in Hawaii, but his move to Los Angeles made things financially difficult for him. At a point, he jumped at a DJ offer for $75 to make ends meet, even if he didn't know how to DJ. As expected, he lost the job pretty quickly. The multi-talented musician adopted the stage name Bruno Mars from the nickname his father gave him as a child. According to him, girls always told him that he was out of this world, which led him to conclude that he must have come from Mars. Another reason he adopted a stage name was to avoid being stereotyped. The music industry tried to convince him to sing Spanish songs to tag him as another Latin singer. In 2004, Bruno Mars signed a contract with Motown Records. Although nothing came of it, he learned from the few experiences he had with Motown and even got introduced to songwriter Philip Lawrence. The following year, he was dropped by the label and chose to remain in Los Angeles. In 2005, Bruno Mars landed a music publishing deal at West Side Independent with record producers Steve Lindsay and Cameron Strang after he decided to further his career by writing and producing hit songs. Before becoming a successful solo artist, Bruno Mars was a music producer. He made this decision after he met his partner, Philip Lawrence. They wrote and produced songs for artists like Alexandra Burke, Adam Levine, Brandy, Sean Kingston, and Kanan. After Bruno Mars appeared on American rapper B.O.B.'s Nothing on You, 2009, and McCoy's Billionaire, 2000, he was recognized as a solo artist. He became more popular when the songs peaked in the top 10 of several music charts, Nothing on You, topping the United States Billboard Hot 100 and the UK Singles Chart. On May 11, 2010, Bruno Mars released his debut extended play, EP, It's Better If You Don't Understand. The song made it to number 99 on the US Billboard 200. His lead single, Just the Way You Are, from his debut studio album, Doo Wops and Hooligans, was produced primarily by the Smeezingtons and was released on July 20, 2010. The song topped the charts in several countries, including Canada, Australia, and the United States. His album, Doo Wops and Hooligans, has sold a total number of 15.5 million copies worldwide. The album also has the British, Dutch, and Canadian charts. Two other singles from the album, Grenade and The Lazy Song, also topped the charts in a few countries. Bruno Mars's appearances on Lighters with the hip-hop duo Bad Meets Evil and Mirror with rappers Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg made him more popular. The song reached the top 20 in several countries and topped the US charts twice. The album Doo Wops and Hooligans also made him a star and got him his first Grammy Award for Best Male Pop Vocal Performance for Just the Way You Are. Bruno Mars didn't stop there. His career became more successful after the release of his third studio album, 24K Magic, in 2016. The album took its inspiration from the 1990s R&B music. The album won multiple Grammy Awards, most notably for Best Album, Record, and Song, That's What I Like. In 2021, after Bruno Mars joined Anderson .Paak to form the Silk Sonic, they released the album An Evening with Silk Sonic. Several singles from the album became popular. The song Leave the Door Open also received a Grammy Award for Best Record and Song. Bruno Mars has also collaborated on singles with popular singers, including South Korean singer Rosé and American singer Lady Gaga, to produce hit songs. His duet with Lady Gaga, Die With a Smile, received the Grammy Award for Best Pop Duo Performance at the 2025 Grammy Awards and was nominated for Song of the Year. The lead single Apt, featuring Bruno Mars from Rosé's debut album Rosie, topped the Billboard Global 200 and also topped the charts in Australia, Canada, Germany, the Netherlands, and New Zealand. In November 2024, the song became one of the world's top streamed songs and continued to be in January 2025. In his appearance on the covers of Hits and Las Vegas magazine in December 2004, his publisher revealed that Bruno Mars was expected to release an album and tour in 2025. Keep watching as we dive into his multiple achievements, impacts, his wealth, and philanthropy. Bruno Mars. Achievements, impacts, wealth, and philanthropy. The legend's music and showmanship have inspired popular artists like A.J. Mitchell, Dua Lipa, Kidi, Shawn Mendes, Selena Gomez, and Meghan Trainor. Bruno Mars has also been referred to as a pop icon by the Philippine Star, Evansville Courier and Press, the Dickinson Press, and iHeartRadio. He was named Billboard's 2013 Artist of the Year, and in 2016, he was the NRJ Artist of Honor in recognition of his contribution to music. In 2016, Bruno Mars reportedly sold 26 million albums worldwide and 200 million singles by 2020. He was also the first artist with 6 Diamond-certified songs in the U.S. in 2022. On Billboard Global 200 and Global. Excluding the United States, Bruno Mars became the second artist to replace himself at number 1 and take the top 2 spots at the same time. He also had the biggest debut by a male artist on the Global 200. According to the 2017 Guinness World Records, Bruno Mars was the first male artist to achieve 3 10 million selling singles. His headlining tour, 24K Magic World Tour, grossed more than $300 million. Bruno Mars also won all the categories he was nominated for at the 2018 Grammy Awards. He won Album of the Year and Best R&B Album for 24K Magic, Record of the Year for the title track, and Song of the Year, Best R&B Performance, and Best R&B Song for That's What I Like. 24K Magic also received a Grammy Award for Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical. Bruno Mars was reportedly paid a sum of $3.2 million in 2021 to perform at the Cape Cod wedding of the Motorola CEO's son. Bruno Mars was the first artist ever since Michael Jackson to sell out 7 shows at the 55,000-capacity Tokyo Dome in 2024. Aside from his career achievements, Bruno Mars also ventured into several endorsements and partnerships, a few of which include his release of a luxury, the 1970s-inspired sportswear line with Lacoste, on March 5, 2021. His partnership with Stetson as Ricky Regal in 2004 led to the release of a new silhouette inspired by the American Heritage brand's early designs. He also collaborated with Hello Kitty in December 2024 to celebrate Hello Kitty's 50th anniversary and the opening of Bruno Mars Park MGM residency. In 2013, Bruno Mars was the 12th highest-paid musician in the world on the Billboard. His earnings were estimated to be around $18,839,681. In 2014, Forbes began reporting his earnings. His $60 million earnings placed him 13th on the magazine's Celebrity 100 list. In 2017, he moved to the 6th on the magazine's World's Highest-Paid Celebrities list, with an estimated earning of $39 million. In that same year, Forbes announced that Bruno Mars was America's highest-paid musician, with an estimated total of $100 million. As of 2018, he dropped to the 54th position on the 2019 Forbes Celebrity 100 list, with an estimated earnings of $51.5 million. His current net worth is estimated to be around $175 million. He has also acquired several luxurious properties to himself, some of which include his $3.1 million vacation home in his hometown Honolulu, his $3.2 million home in Los Angeles, and his $6.5 million private, 2-plus-acre estate in Fryman Canyon, a celebrity neighborhood in Studio City on the north side of Mulholland Drive. Another notable aspect of this legendary musician is his philanthropic endeavors. Bruno Mars partnered with the Hawaii Community Foundation and the Grammy Foundation in 2014 when a Grammy Camp Scholarship Fund for qualified needs-based applicants from Hawaii was established. Bruno extended the camp scholarship to applicants from throughout the United States on September 27, 2017. The partnership was established in honor of his mother. Bruno Mars also donated $100,000 to the orphans of Bantai Bata, who were among the victims of Typhoon Haiyan in 2014. He performed at the Make It Right concert to help build homes for people in need and at the Robin Hood Foundation's 2014 annual benefit to fight poverty in New York City by supporting nonprofit organizations. Bruno Mars and Live Nation donated $1 million from the show at Auburn Hills, Michigan's Palace, in 2017 to help victims of the Flint water crisis, to help survivors of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico and those affected by Mexico's earthquake. He participated in the Somos Una Voz relief initiative. In 2018, Bruno Mars donated 24,000 meals to the Salvation Army Hawaiian and Pacific Islands Division's 48th annual Thanksgiving dinner. He also donated $1 million to the MGM Resorts Foundation in 2020 to assist MGM employees in financial difficulty due to the COVID-19 pandemic. That same year, he donated autographed microphones to the music gear marketplace Reverb.com for sale, alongside those of other artists. The proceeds all went to 10 youth music education programs that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. He created a protest sign with an Angela Davis quote for the Show Me the Signs auction to help families of Black women killed by police. Bruno Mars donated all profits from Selva Ray Rum to Honolulu Community College's Music and Entertainment Learning Experience until the end of 2021. In 2022, Bruno Mars, alongside Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa, Shawn Mendes, and Rosalia, was named co-chair for music education to raise $3 to $5 million for its educational programs, giving college students and people younger than 18 free admissions into the Los Angeles Grammy Museum and access to music education programs. Bruno Mars performed a charity concert sponsored by Budweiser Brazil at the Tokyo Marine Hall in São Paulo in 2024 to help victims of the 2024 Rio Grande do Sul floods. What do you think about the legend's achievements, impacts, and wealth? Do you believe the legendary musician deserves them all, considering his arrest and the numerous lawsuits he has faced? Share your opinions in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Before you go, watch the other videos on your screen.